How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. It's good to be back. I took a couple days off after Vlogmas. I just went home, enjoyed Christmas with my family, but now I think I'm ready to get back to it. In the last few days, I've just kind of been like redoing the garage a little bit, reorganizing things. I've got the engine hoist, an engine there, the toolbox. It's an organized mess. And I added another shelf as well. But today's video, I was still kind of cleaning things up because there's still a couple things left before I can pull a car in here again. I had an idea, so I figured I should just go ahead and make a video about it. I think it's gonna be kind of interesting. So I really want a welding cart. My welder it doesn't have wheels or anything like that, so it's kind of annoying whenever I need to weld. I gotta like carry it over and prop it all up and stuff, and it'd just be super nice if I had all the welding equipment and everything that I needed for fabrication just on like one cart. So I've had this shelf for a little bit, and I was like, oh, that shelf is the perfect size for the welder. But then after I was looking at it, I was like, well, I could just put some casters on it, build a little frame down there and do some other stuff. And then it has this top surface, which I think would be perfect for my vise, because I just got this vise and I don't have anything to attach it to. And obviously a vise isn't really that useful unless it's bolted to something pretty sturdy. Obviously this isn't the best thing ever, but I think we can make it a little bit more rigid and make it kind of a multi-function tool. Ideally, I'd have the vise bolted onto like a workbench or something, so that way it'd be super solid, but I don't really do much bending or hammering with a vise. I would mostly just use it to hold things in place if I was welding, so I think that this will work for now. So what I've got here is I've got this little piece of sheet steel, and I'm just gonna cut it to the right size. I need to like cut this corner off. And I think I'm just gonna weld it onto there, and then I'll be able to drill a couple holes, bolt the vise to it, and then I'll probably remove the vise and flip the whole thing over and add the little frame thing. So it's kind of a cool project. I think it'd be pretty interesting, and I hope it turns out okay. I also need to practice with my welding because I know how to weld small stuff, but I'm just not very experienced, so I just need a lot more practice. So today's video is just kind of a fabrication video to get things going in the new year. Here it is. So this is going to be my little surface. Obviously, if I had a rectangular piece, it would fill in the area a little bit better, but I don't. So this is what we got. These welds are obviously not very cute, but considering my welding capabilities and the fact that it came out of that little baby welder, I'd say it gets the job done. Also, I'm literally just going to bolt a vise to this, so it doesn't need to be beautiful. It just needs to have a flat surface. So I thought I had some bolts that would fit through the holes on the vise, but the bolts weren't long enough, so I can't go to the hardware store tonight, so that'll just have to wait for tomorrow. But the top surface is done. Other than the bolts and nuts and everything to hold the vise in place, the top is done. So the next step of the build is going to be actually mounting the casters onto the shelf itself. So I'm going to build a little rectangular frame thing for the bottom. You guys will see in just a second, of course, but that will give me a good surface to mount the casters to, and then mount the shelf itself on the other side of it. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that tomorrow because I didn't get it started on this until kind of late. So I'll just pick up the camera tomorrow morning. Alright guys, so it's the next day, so we're just going to continue plugging away at this. I'm going to go ahead and build the frame for the bottom, and then we'll put the casters on. I think it's going to be pretty cool because we'll finally start to see it come together. Hey, I think I just broke another angle grinder.
Shit, the rigid one?
Yeah. So a bit of an unfortunate turn of events. I just fried this angle grinder. there's some like stuff in there rattling around. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell over the camera, but it's not sounding great. Here, try to take a listen to this. So this is a hand-me-down tool from my dad, and I can't thank him enough for giving me what he can, but that sucks. This is the second angle grinder I've been through, because my other one, as some of you guys may remember, I mentioned it briefly, this one has play in the shaft on here, so anytime I put a cutoff wheel in it, it does this, and it won't stay straight. So luckily, Owen has an angle grinder, and he said he could let me use that, so that way I can finish this project today, but that doesn't really solve my problem in that I need to have an angle grinder. So pretty unfortunate, but we're gonna go pick up a new one and then come back.
See that little nail right there?
Yeah.
See how there's no key on it?
Oh, dude.
See that lock out there? See
No.
there's no key in that? And it's still locked?
You're kidding. So the angle grinder is locked in the shed.
I texted my roommate and he hasn't responded yet, but...
This literally could not be a Kaidan Odom video without some motherfucking Kaidan Odom problem.
Tomorrow.
It's a cold one today, boys. So it is now day 3 of the welding cart project. I think that transition was probably pretty abrupt, but basically what happened is Owen wasn't able to get into the shed, so I wasn't able to borrow his, and then I had to go up to Portland to pick up Colby from the airport. And by the way, Colby's finally back, so he'll be in the vlogs again. So at that point, I had called my dad and I told him what happened with my last angle grinder because it just completely annihilated itself. And my dad surprised me and he bought me this new Milwaukee angle grinder. I wanted the corded one because I don't want to be draining my batteries and stuff all the time. So huge thank you to my dad. I seriously can't thank him enough for this. It was kind of a late Christmas gift. And he said he only had to pay like $1.50 because he had some Home Depot gift cards that he wasn't planning on using, but I feel like that's not entirely true. Like, what dad doesn't use their Home Depot gift cards? I don't know. Maybe my dad just doesn't use his Home Depot gift cards. But seriously, he has come in clutch so much this past winter break. Like when the Mustang was leaking, he brought me a tarp. He just knew that I was gonna need it, and then somehow he just came in clutch. So I can't thank him enough. I've got an angle grinder so I can continue the project. So hopefully my run of bad luck will be coming to an end soon. I'm at the point of not going to the hardware store for hardware anymore because, like, this is the nut. It's an M8 by 1. That's the thread pitch. That's what the nut's supposed to fit. That's what the bolts are. But 2 out of the 3 nuts that we bought are not the right thread pitch, and they won't thread on. I'm telling you, dude, it's just me. Just my luck, dude. Ugh. Alright, quick trip to the store. We back now. Oh yeah!
Look at that.
It's actually like, okay, they need to be tightened with a wrench, but it's okay.
Look at that.
You get the idea.
Look at that.
Now I can pinch something in there, just like stick it in, you know?
Just stick it in.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You can weld things. Let me grab the welder 1 sec. Get in there. It's such a hard time getting the thing out. There we go. Yeah. And we'll, I think I might eventually put like a little hook on here or something so I can wrap this up, but I think the edge piece works for now.
Yeah, you should just weld the hook on.
What do you weld a hook on?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh yeah, buddy.
Look at that.
That's sick.
That's sick as fuck.
I did it. All right, so today's video is pretty chaotic, but I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I'm really happy with how this thing turned out, and it just fits into my garage perfectly. And in the next video, I believe we're gonna finally get some work in on this. I won't spoil too much because I want you guys to watch it, but we need to do the rear main seal. So there's some engine work coming on this soon, and we're finally gonna get to use the new engine hoist, and I'm really excited about that. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and dream big.